I wanted to touch on the Kanye West situation. I'm usually minding my business, but I wanted to just take a quick second to touch on this topic because I was like, this is a good chance to use this entertainment to actually teach somebody else. This is a prime example of why many of us people out here, especially as Israelites, need to stay within our own race. We need to stay within the Hebrew nation. We also need to choose our mates wisely, because not everybody is learned. Not everybody's in the truth. We already know that Kanye West is under attack. They're pushing out the worst image of him possible, as crazy, as unstable. But if you read what he said, if you watch his last video, it makes a lot of sense to agree with what he's saying. In the sense where, if that's what your daughter is, what she's promoting, as in Kim, she's basically promoting your daughter to be loose and into this lifestyle. You ain't gonna see Blue Ivy, as in Jay-Z's daughter, behaving like that or being displayed like that. And not just to use them as an example, but in truth and reality, man, we all need to choose our mates wisely. Make sure your wife is somebody that's going to basically have understanding, self-decency, respect. Not be loose, not be out there, not to have anything for anybody else to be watching. And you already seen that shit with AJ, so at the end of the day, that shit with Ray J was something that Kanye should have stayed away from in the first place. But he took the bite, and at the end of the day, this is what happens. You married her. You got kids by her. And there's no disrespect to Kanye, but I'm just using this as an example right now to teach other people to always choose your mates wisely. Because when it comes to this social entertainment and social media, a lot of celebrities have no choice but to fall into the category of unwanted attention. They can't have a normal life no more, even if they just want to be a rapper. You ever seen an Olympic gold medalist out there and getting that attention? What's the difference between a rapper and an Olympic gold medalist? They're both performing at their best. They're performing something. They're talented and gifted. The industry has turned the rappers, the artists, to actually have to be entertainers. They can't just use their talents just like that Olympist, where Olympians, all they gotta do is train hard and become the best. While a rapper now, or a singer, they have to learn how to dance. They gotta learn how to give something else on top of their talents. They gotta learn that in order to shine. And that's not right, because a singer, you're singing enough. That's all you really need to do. You don't need to be shaking up yourself like Mary J. You know what I'm saying? A 50-year-old shaking up, like, it's not necessary. Respect yourselves. And that's where he's coming from, because he is waking up to an extent. And I can't speak solely on that single situation, but there's many situations like that that's going on in the world where you get trapped with somebody, and then damn, next thing you know, your kids are out there too. Choose your mates wisely, man, or remain single, for it is better to remain even as I. Just like that scripture, man. Better to be single and alone. And I don't have children, but it is better to have children, but just choose a good wife. There's nothing wrong with that. Choose a good wife, find a good wife, somebody that's in the truth. You guys have 100% mindset on everything. Nobody's gonna change over time. Pick up a copy of the book, The Key to Establishing and Surviving a Relationship, as well as Love is Not Love Until Love Loves You. Now, just to add to it as well, as you see D.L. Hughley putting his opinion on it while being asked a question by Vlad. When you're a celebrity and an entertainer in the music industry, everybody seems to have the green light on speaking on your situation because of your status quo. You are going to be a topic no matter what. You're different from the person, maybe D.L. Hughley's son or brother or somebody else. You ain't gonna hear them talking about that because they're not in the public eye. They're not known to the world. And that's the shitty part about being in an entertainment business, where you can't just rely on your talent and just make music and just, be a producer, be a, an actor, actress, a fighter, or whatever. Someone's always gonna have your opinion. This is the new generation of internet era. And again, go pick that book up, The Internet Era. You understand? This is the internet era where everybody is basically in tune and going to monitor what you do, even for the average Joe, even for the guy that came up off of YouTube. You understand? They're basically gonna have everything out there for someone else to talk about. Because the moment you enter your information on this shit, it's like someone has an opportunity to get at you. Just like myself, a book author. You could judge my book titles, they're gonna come at me. I've been, to an extent, people have been saying some stuff, but not much, because I'm not really known like that. Authors don't really get that respect, but they don't even get heard too much unless you're like somebody in the entertainment business that actually decided to write a book. But regardless of all of that, you got to understand your platform and you got to know what you signed up for. And it's a shame that you can't just rely on your music, because you got to understand, how come you're not hearing any stories about Babyface? You ain't hearing those stories about Denzel. You ain't hearing those stories about certain people. It's the other ones who actually put themselves out there. So got to think on that as well, man. It's Real Talk with the book author Devret Clarke. Keep surviving.